The history of SpongeBob SquarePants video games. SpongeBob SquarePants, a.k.a. SpongeBob, is an animated comedy television series based in America. It was created by Stephen Hillenburg, who is a marine scientist and an educator. Based on the animated TV series, a video game was developed which was followed by sequels in this industry too. In today's video, we will go through the SpongeBob SquarePants video games that have left their mark on history. We will bring on some amazing facts which are often left out. So without further delay, let's get into it. SpongeBob SquarePants, Legend of Lost Spatula was the first game based on SpongeBob. The game revolves around SpongeBob, who is set out to become the greatest fry cook in the town of Bikini Bottom. The goal of the game is to retrieve the golden spatula from a pirate with name Flying Dutchman. SpongeBob SquarePants, Super Sponge. This game also came out in 2001 and it was released for PlayStation. It sold 1.06 million copies after it was released, which made it one of the best-selling games for the console. In this game, 3 playable characters, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Plankton, were included. Basically, you need to collect the spatulas which are scattered all over the level, but you need to do it without getting touched by the enemy. SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom. It was released for PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, Microsoft Windows, and Game Boy Advance. The gameplay of this game revolves around defending Bikini Bottom from the robots' invasion. Plankton made robots take initiative against the hometown of SpongeBob, and he didn't hold back to step up for the task. In this game, you can play SpongeBob in all versions and Patrick and Sandy in the console versions. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie was published by THQ and Nick Games for PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, Microsoft Windows, and Game Boy Advance. You will play as SpongeBob or Patrick through all the versions. The console version is quite interactive, where each level has a different goal with many side objectives to play for. Whereas in the PC and Game Boy versions, the story is moved forward through the pictures. SpongeBob SquarePants, Lights, Camera, Pants. In October 2005, SpongeBob SquarePants was released for the Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and PC. The console version of the game features a story where players play as SpongeBob and gain points through different minigames to win over the scouts hunting for an actor to play the villain. Whereas the PC version is a point-and-click adventure game, where you have to find the actors for a TV show. SpongeBob SquarePants and Friends, Unite is a video game that includes characters from multiple Nickelodeon animated series. In the game, players can control Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner, Danny Phantom, and SpongeBob SquarePants. The ultimate goal of the game is to make all the characters work together and defeat the villains from all the included series. In the console version, all the characters are on the field and players can switch among them to play. SpongeBob SquarePants, The Yellow Avenger was released for Nintendo DS and PlayStation Portable, which made it the first game to be released on these two consoles. The storyline of the games goes on as Bikini Bottom faces a lot of villains, and the responsibility of its defense falls on SpongeBob. SpongeBob has the Mermaid Man's belt, which gives him extra powers, but a little mishap with the belt now splits him into bubbles when he put it on.